Hello, good evening, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today we have live call, live session, answering your questions, helping you out with anything you need help with, either it's choosing the product to sell, scaling your e-commerce business, getting your business to the next level, maximize your profit margins, anything you need help with, also anything mindset-wise. If you currently have, any obstacles, any bottlenecks, any challenges in your business in your life. Would love to help you with any advice I can, sharing my own experiences, going through challenges, going through obstacles, helping you out as much as I can. So drop one in the chat before we get started, so I can okay. Yeah, I know that you can hear me and you can see me. Okay, just drop one in the chat, and we will get started as soon as possible. Working from home today. It is busy, still doing some stuff here at home, some renovations. Have to, there's a lot of stuff here that I need to get done. And, but want to help you while I'm here. I see some questions already popping up. Just drop one in the chat if you can hear me okay, and if you can see me okay. And we will get started in just a second. So, all right, I see some questions popping up. Just drop one in the chat, and we will get it going. All right. Cool. Already see some questions. One. All right, let's get started. All right, we have the first question here from Abdul. Abdul is asking how to do US dropship from Pakistan. So in order to dropship in the US market, you need US company, you need US LLC. Like yesterday, I met one of our team members. He's actually on our team. His name is Bukunmi. He is from Australia. So he came to United States to open a bank account. He has LLC here, and now he's able to sell in the US market. You can do that fully remotely as well. You can open LLC in the United States, so you have the payment processing, and you can pretty much run your business. That's the easiest way to do it. There's many great companies that will help you to establish your LLC. So once you establish the LLC, you can open you can get Stripe, you can get Shopify payments, so you can start processing payments and start ramping up your business. So that's how you do it. And I have here a question from, I cannot read, I don't know, is it Chinese letters or Korean? I don't know. But great question here. You said you cannot speak English when you start dropshipping. How long did you take good at English? Now I'm BBA newbie student, not very good at English. You only get good at something if you practice it a lot. And so for me, it took a lot of practice, and I tried to speak as much as I could, even though I wasn't good at it, with Americans, with English speaking like native people. So the more practice you get, the better you become at it. And I would recommend to kind of like integrate yourself into some communities. And at first, it won't be comfortable. Just get used to it, that it won't be comfortable. You'll feel like your English is not good. People don't understand you. You have to repeat certain things many times. And that's something that, you just have to overcome if you want to learn new language. So I would recommend to integrate yourself into a few communities. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to get feedback. Don't be afraid to repeat. If people are asking you for feedback for your questions, like, what did you say? What did you say again? It's like you repeat like the same thing several times, and it might feel like, kind of like embarrassing. But at the end of the day, like if you have the goal of learning English, that's the easiest, the fastest way. You can learn by yourself as well, but it will be a lot slower. Like if you learn through practice, if you learn through just like getting those reps and through feedback loops, you will learn so much faster. Let me know if that makes sense. Fan of DDC, you asking the same question over the last like few months. I mean, it is possible. Like, don't overthink it. I answered this question for you yesterday on my Instagram. Please don't overthink it. Like, don't overthink if it's possible or not possible. It is possible. If the whole like market is like billions of dollars in Indian e-commerce, you can absolutely do it. Just go for it. Like next time I see you here in live, I want you to see that you actually like already like ramping up, like, and asking more specific questions. But it is definitely possible. We have people in our community that are selling in the Indian market. They go from 0 to like 1 million months in like few months. It is definitely possible. Just go for it and come back with some results. How do I get good supplier in China? That is a great question. There's a lot of suppliers that will scam you, not ship your products, give you like fake tracking numbers. I've personally had that experience. So what you want to do is you want to work with suppliers that are actually good, right, and have proven track record, that they're trusted by other people. If you DM me on Instagram, this is my Instagram here, Alex Faratov 3F at the end. This is my Instagram. If you DM me suppliers on Instagram, I'll give you my best suppliers, people that I've worked with for a long time, people that are trustworthy, they're shipping products on time. They're not cheapest ones, right? So you pay a little bit more for quality. But in life, if you don't pay for quality, then you just get, whatever option, right? You just get some dog shit option that can backfire you on big time. And if you choose a bad supplier, that can basically ruin your business. Like, let's say you have 1,000 orders that your supplier was supposed to ship, and then they don't ship your orders. So what happens is, you have, the chargebacks, you have feedback score issues, you have ad account shutdown, you have so many different issues, and pretty much your whole business can go down. So it's better to work with someone who's trustworthy, even though they cost more. Like long term, it will just make you a lot more money. It will make you sleep better at night. So thanks, Alex. I'll be joining ESS soon. Boom. Let's go. Let's go, my man. Let's make it happen. How many creatives do you recommend to test to find a winning creative? So that metric that you are looking for, it's called win rate. That is a ratio of creatives that are actually scalable, that are winning, versus all of the other creatives that you've tested. Usually, most entrepreneurs are below 10%. Ideally, you want to get over like 20, 30%, which means that you're testing 10 different ads. One of them is winning. One of them you can spend, $5,000, $10,000 on. That is a ratio where you want to be. And the way you get there, the way you get to those numbers is by testing a lot. But testing in a smart way, where, let's say, if you have your winning ad, you create variations of that winning ad with slight variations. For example, new hook, new scroll stopper, new actor, the same script, new b-roll, right? So you want to maximize on multiplying your existing creatives that are winning, instead of just randomly testing, new ads. This is what most entrepreneurs do. They just randomly, they're throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks. But once you see something that sticks, you keep building on it and you create variations. Like, if you see all of the successful businesses that are doing great numbers, they're all testing lots of variation. And that is exactly why I like our tool, which is called Get Hooked AI, because it literally shows you all of the ads of your competitors. It shows you how many ads they are testing per month. It shows you, you can literally spy on any of these brands, see all of their ads. Like, I can start spying on this brand, for example. I can hide this brand. It has over 40 million ads here in the library. So you can see literally ads from all of the brands. You can also spy on specific brands that you want. Like, if you want to spy, for instance, on this brand here, boom, I can see how many ads they launched. I can see that they're scaling up here. They launched more ads in the last, whatever that is, February. So I can see that very, very quickly. I also see the top landing page where they're sending traffic to, and I can quickly see, the kind of the momentum of that business, whether they're scaling up or they're not scaling up. And you only want to model someone who's scaling up. That's how you learn the fastest. You're You're learning the most by learning from the best, by people that have already done what you want to do, and then replicating what they have done for their business, for your own business. Let me know if that makes sense. How to ship product in US as fast as possible. The fastest possible, you have to use 3PL. 3PL is third-party logistic, so which means you would use a warehouse, the service provider who would have a warehouse and ship those products directly from there to your customers in the United States. If you want some good recommendations for some great 3PLs in the United States that are great, that are legitimate, doing great job, just DM me on Instagram. DM me suppliers, DM me 3PL, like here, Alex Fedotov, 3F at the end, and I'll send you some great contacts that we've worked with for a long time. They ship products on time, their prices are reasonable, and they'll ship your products in between like 2 to 5 days within the United States. I mean, usually most of the orders arrive to customers within 2 to 3 days, which means great customer experience, less refunds, less chargebacks, overall great branded experience that your customers will be very happy with. So, Vijay, can a beginner attend your mastermind for motivation? If you're talking about elite mastermind in Dubai, we pretty much sold out. We have maybe five tickets left. We're pretty much sold out for the event, which is awesome. We'll have some amazing people in the room. And unfortunately, it's not for the beginners. It's only for people that already have momentum in their business. There are very few people that are doing like 30, 50K a month. Majority of people that are in the audience are doing $300,000, $500,000 per month. Big portion of the room is doing over $1 million per month in sales. So you literally will be surrounded by top players, but it's not for beginners. Like, you'll probably be overwhelmed with the amount of information that you learn. So get some momentum with your business and join our next events. This event specifically for high-level e-commerce entrepreneurs, 7-8-figure level. We'll have some 9-figure speakers, 9-figure experts in the room. So that's who this event is for. I have a question here from Ariel. Hey, I got a question. I'm advertising with super high CPMs, and I found out someone really big is doing about $2 million per month with the product. My question is, can I win with better creatives? Yes, you can win with better creatives. So what you have to think about is how your product is different from your competition, or at least maybe it could be the same product, but maybe you find another angle that they're not currently using in their advertising, and you can use that angle to sell your product so that you're differentiated on the creative side. You can also make just better ads, better VSLs, better UGC, better funnels. So you can find the competitive edge in that with that particular product. And the way you can do it is by doing the competitive research, by doing the research on Amazon, on forums, like seeing how people are talking about the product that you want to sell, seeing the main objections people have, seeing the main things people are unhappy with when they're buying the product from your competition. And that's what I would recommend. Just focus on creating better ads. One good ad can change your business forever. Like one good ad can build you 6-figure business, 7-figure business, can just help you to explode. So it's something that you just have to become very good at. And the way you become very good at is by studying good creators, by joining communities where you have other people that are making great ads already, and just having that guidance and feedback so that your creators become better and better and better over time. Great question. Ariel, Clash LOL. Hey, Alex, do you recommend moving to the US for starting a new store? And how do you get green card besides extraordinary talent way? There's many ways you can get a job for a US company. I'm not immigration attorney, but you can get investor's visa. There are several ones of those. You can get the EB5. That's where you have to invest like $1 million, approximately $1 million. There's also EB2. I think it's another type of visa that requires less investment. But investor's visa, getting a job, or extraordinary talent visa. Those are the best ways in my experience. Mirko Winner, hey Alex, how you been? I've been good, my man. Thank you. It's very busy. Many things are happening right now. We're finalizing the things about our event, so it will be phenomenal experience. Will be great to meet a lot of great friends, like some new friends as well. In Dubai, 200 e-commerce entrepreneurs coming together to network, to learn, to mastermind together. I'm super excited for that, and just many things happening. Business is growing, and just it's kind of something breaks every day. Some challenges, issues like you would have in business, and but that's just part of entrepreneurial life. And it's like when people getting into business, like people start a business and they think that they'll just sit on the beach and like drink like pina coladas in Mexico. Like, yeah, I mean, if you want to make like some like $5,000-$10,000 a month and just have like a kind of like chill lifestyle, yeah, that's possible. But then if you want to go big, if you want to just like grow a big business, have a lot of employees, have a lot of responsibility, have a lot of like moving parts, like things will fucking break every single day. Like just accept that. And people like building a business, they think that it's kind of like, yeah, you set it up once and then it just works forever. Like nothing fucking works forever. Like you have to be actively in the business, you have to innovate, you have to build some new stuff if you want to be in business for a long time. Ecom Wolf. Hey Alex, scaled the product to 30K a month, but got DMCA claim for patent issue. Best way to handle it. If it's patent, there's not much that you can do about it, unless you have some counter, unless you can counter that dispute with your own kind of argument. Ideally, you would just work with some lawyer who's specializing in that. In those type of situations, I recommend to work with some attorneys, Econvolve. And if you need some introductions to those, again, just DM me on Instagram, and I would love to help you. My Instagram is, so just drop it here, Alex Fedotov, 3F at the end. Just drop it here, Alex Fedotov, 3F at the end on Instagram. DM me, and I will introduce you to some good lawyers that are specializing in that we are working with. All right, so question from G. Martins. I am from Madrid, Spain. How do I get good lighting or lamp supplier from China? I've saved their Instagram address. I'll contact you later. Yes, please DM me. I have some great contacts that I can share with you. Lighting or lamps, these are hard like to sell. I mean, if you're importing them in bulk, you have to protect them very well during shipping, because a lot of your packages, if these are lamps and they're glass, they might break along the way. So let's say you're shipping them from China, people that are working in a shipping like departments, like they don't give a shit. Like, I mean, they just like throwing packages, right? So you have to protect your items very well. That will be a big consideration for you. Make sure that your items are protected. It's not impossible to ship those items, but it's just more difficult to ship those items, and you just have to be aware of that. Protect them with some paper, wrap them up in bubble wrap, and that will help you to protect your items and have them safely delivered to your customers. What is the ideal budget, Satpo? What is the ideal budget you spend on ads when testing creatives? The ideal budget, there is no ideal budget. You obviously want to test as cost efficiently as possible. In order to do that, you have to basically cut your losers very fast. So for example, you're testing new ads, and on day one, you're getting like cost per click of like $3, $5. Then your ads are simply not good enough, or maybe it hit the wrong audience. Then you just shut it down fast. Like literally after like $20 in ad spend, you can shut down that ad. If you are having good initial metrics on the advertising side, then you have to observe the funnel and the metrics on the funnel, which is the add to cart ratio, conversion rate, average order value, and based on those, you would adjust the metrics. Maybe you have to adjust your creatives. Maybe you have to adjust your funnel. And after like $300, $500, when testing like even less, like new creatives usually within a few $100s, like $100, you would see whether creative has promise or not based on the initial soft metrics, which are the cost per click, click-through rate, time stop ratio. So let's say if you show your ad to 1,000 people, how many of those actually stop to watch the ad? And ideally, you want that ratio to be at least 30%. You can do that as custom column in Facebook Ads Manager. And that's one of the biggest kind of metrics that you would pay attention to if you want to see if your ads actually resonating with an audience. And if it's much lower, then probably you have to change your ad. You have to change the first like 3 seconds of the ad. You have to change the first lead of the ad, which is the first kind of like 10, 15 seconds of the ad, and just experiment until you find the ad that actually resonates with an audience. But you kind of like just keep your eye on the metrics and just act very fast if you see ads are not resonating, because otherwise it will be just wasted money. All right, so Paul, let me know if that makes sense. Another question here from Mindshift Terminal. Can I use AI UGC ads as a beginner due to low budget on Facebook? Is AI ads working well for you and your students? Yes, they're working well. You have to like edit them, right? Ideally, like you wouldn't just like run AI UGC ads as is, but you would have some pieces of B-roll, pieces of content integrated into your ads. So they're more, dynamic, they're more user-friendly. And if you have that, then you can make amazing ads. But then throughout the whole ad, let's say you have AI voiceover, you have AI UGC, so there's like a person talking throughout the whole ad, and then you fill it out with different pieces of content to make the ad more dynamic and easier to understand. Do you pay taxes in Dubai or USA? How to avoid taxes in tier 1 countries? I think this is a question for your accountant, not for me. I'm not legal advisor to advise on these topics. There's many different ways to minimize your taxes liability. And you want to do it in a legal way. You don't want to break the law. In Dubai, there's no taxes, right? There's, I believe it is, personal is at like 9%. Corporate, I think it's at 0%, or it's other way around. So tax liability in Dubai is pretty good. United States, on the other side, has a lot higher tax liability, but at the same time, it's just much better environment for the business. If you want to get payment processors, if you want to get access to the financial system, United States is the best country in the world. From that perspective, from the tax, Dubai is just absolutely phenomenal. Organic is the best way to start. Yeah, I don't know if that's a question or this is the statement. How much does ESS cost for Indian market? ESS, just DM me on Instagram. There is like on Instagram, I'll see exactly. First of all, I want to see if I can help you, and then we'll create some custom offer for you depending on your situation. So just DM me on Instagram and we will take it from there. Done dropshipping for 8 years is definitely not an easy model to make money. Yeah, 100%. Dropshipping is good only to get started. It's not good to run a business for a long time. This is a mistake that a lot of people make. This is a mistake that I made myself, where I was just dropshipping items. I wasn't building brand. I wasn't improving my products. I wasn't improving customer experience. And if you do that, just like randomly dropshipping some products without, improving your business in general, then it will be very hard. Like 10 years ago, like 8 years ago, it was easier. Like it was a lot less competition. Now, if you want to build sustainable business, you have to improve your products. You have to improve the customer experience. You have to build a real brand. And when you do that, like many great things happen. You can sell your brand for a lot of money. You can make it profitable as well, because as people know your brand, people come back and buy more products from you. So it increases your profit margins. And that is the right way to do it. But just purely dropshipping model for a long time, I do not recommend. I recommend it only to get started, to get initial momentum. And after that, you evolve your business. I have some questions. I have this, what supplier do you use for supplements? Question from Joseph Karash. Joseph Karash. For supplements, depending if you want to source them from China or from the United States, I have some great suppliers. If you DM me suppliers on Instagram, again, my Instagram is, I just dropped it here. My Instagram is, so many great questions here. I'll try to go through all of those. So Alex Fedotov, 3F at ZN, DM me suppliers. I'll send you my suppliers for supplements. They can source any products for you. Also in the United States, there is a platform called Supplyful, where you can do private label supplements, which means they already have the supplement, they already have the formula. You'll just slap your logo on that bottle with your branding, and you can sell those products, and they'll be shipped directly from the United States, which is awesome. But on the other side, your margins in that case will be quite low, because Supplyful will make higher margin themselves, because you're only like ordering like few products or like few hundred items. If you want to get the lowest cost possible, you have to work directly with your supplier, with your factory to manufacture items. The cost of the product in that case will be significantly lower if you place bigger order. Like let's say if you order like 5,000 bottles of your supplement, the cost of that product will be significantly lower than if you just like get 20 bottles of your supplement from Supplyful. But it's great to validate products. If you can validate products, let's say with Supplyful, make some money, and then use that momentum, use that validation to launch your own product, your own formula directly with the factory. That is a great way to jumpstart your business. Morocco winner, what percentage decrease in this metric, CPM, CTR, AV, and conversion rate, should prompt us to take action and address the associated issues? So here, CPMs, like if you're above like $100 CPMs, it means your ads are very aggressive, or something is flagged in your ad account. So you have to reevaluate your ads. Maybe you're showing too much skin, or maybe your scripts are too aggressive. So adjust those, number one. If your CTRs are too low, then it means your ads simply suck, and you have to improve your ads. If your AAV is too low, then your funnel sucks, and you have to improve your funnel. If conversion rate is too low, which is, let's say, if you're like below 3% conversion rate on products that are like less than $50, even at $100, you should be getting approximately a 3% conversion rate or higher. If you're lower than that, then your funnel definitely needs some improvement. So I would use these kind of like benchmarks to see where I'm at in terms of how good my ads are and how good my funnel is, and then take action based on that. And by the way, guys, I have some great resources. Let me drop it here. I have some great resources. Again, DM me on Instagram. I have some great resources on lowering CPMs. I have some great resources on creatives. So if you have issue with your creatives, your ads simply not profitable, just DM me creative on Instagram. This is my Instagram here, and I'll send you some great resources on improving your creatives. If you have issue with your CPMs, DM me CPM. DM me CPM here on Facebook, on Instagram, so that I can send you these resources. And you can start getting some great momentum with your business. So, all right, Dennis, boom. 50K in revenue per month, but I cannot get above 2x ROAS. What's the problem? Facebook is eating up all the profit. Of course, that's Facebook's job to eat all of the profit, and that is your job to improve your business and improve all of the things that you have full control of. Do not let Facebook eat all of the profit. That's literally Facebook job to take as much money from you as possible. So I would look into your ads, and I would look into your funnel, because those are the things that you have full control over. You can always improve your ads, and you can always improve your funnel. So if you're focusing on improving those things that you have full control of, then you will do very well. And by the way, 50K in revenue per month, that's already a great result. That's already some good momentum in your business. So congratulations on that, Dennis. Thank you so much for showing up and asking this question. Because most people are just like, just sitting in their rooms, like, and just like thinking and overthinking and not doing shit. You showed up and you actually asking questions to fix your business. So shout out to you. Look into your ads. Like if you want, send me some ads on Instagram. I'll give you some feedback, and let's crack it. Let's figure it out. Maybe your funnel is not strong enough, and you have to improve it. So yeah, we'll have to kind of like dive deeper and understand what the real constraint is, what the real problem is, to help you be more profitable with your business. Maybe you have no backend, maybe you have no email, no SMS. Like we're sending like one email a day pretty much to our for our e-commerce brands, and like that helps us to get like extra 20% of sales without spending any money on ads. So that could be the area of improvement for your business specifically. Would love to look into it and see how we can help. Unemployed CEO, can you explain how you managed to build a strong e-com mastermind with big players? I think the biggest thing is, number one, join some communities, join some, communities where these players are. And then when you are in those communities, try to bring some value, try to share some of the things that are working for your business, and then reach out to those people and build relationships. Like all business, all life is all relationships. It's relationships with people that are like-minded, that are on your level. It's relationships with people that are above your level that you can learn from. It's also relationships with people that maybe just starting out, and you can give them like feedback and help them on their journey. But the same framework applies. You just want to reach out, like literally just message them. Hey, Johnny, I saw you in this community. Great to connect. I'm doing this, and this, and just would love to connect and see, if we can exchange some insights. Boom. Now you connected with Johnny, and then you do the same thing with Steven, with Peter, with Monica. Like you connect with people and you start those relationships. Don't be afraid to reach out. Don't be afraid, by the way, to just like DM me on Instagram. Like, what if you guys are not even like, oh, it's like, I don't know if he'll respond. Like, if he doesn't respond, then just like follow up. Hey, Johnny, I messaged you. Like, why? Like, I messaged you, Johnny. Just follow up. Follow up is game. So let's connect on Instagram. This is my Instagram here, Alex Fedotov, 3F at the end. I have so many great resources I can share with you. I have resources on the creatives, on Facebook ads, on profitability, on supply chain. I have resources on funnels. I have resources on advertorials. I have so many great resources I can share with you, like team building. Like, just let me know what your challenge is, DM me on Instagram, and we will just take it from there. Would love to help you with any resources that I can, because again, this will help us to build a relationship. And then, 1 year after, I might need something from you, or maybe I will never need something from you. Like it's just like that relationship, that goodwill is created by helping other people. So, boom, Econvolve. I will, bro. I've been following you since 2019. Just started getting good results this year. Great stuff, my man. Great stuff. Staying consistent with it, because most people would have given up already, like long time ago. Most people test like first product and they give up. Most people will just give up so easily. They start getting like, they test the first product, it doesn't work out. Oh, e-commerce doesn't work. Oh, e-commerce is a scam. Oh, he tested like 3 ads on Facebook. Oh, Facebook ads don't work in 2025. Like, what the fuck? Like, really, it works. It works for other people. As long as you do it right, as long as you're learning from your mistakes, and as long as you keep getting better every single day. Made 800K in profit with drop shipping after 8 years of doing it. Very hard grind. Have just recently got into machine learning now. 800K in profit is not bad. If you apply the same kind of like insights that you've learned and applied that profit that you made into building a brand, that you can make millions of dollars, that's what I would recommend for you, Biro. I don't know what you're doing with machine learning. Would be awesome to learn. Karna Stilky, hi, what would you do if you want to test a big amount of traders, but only with but only with $50 a day ad set on Meta. I would not recommend to test like 20, 30 like creatives with $50 a day budget, because each one of those creatives will only get like few dollars in spend. So you will not get sufficient amount of data for each one of those creatives. I would recommend to have maybe like between 3 to 5 max. So you see kind of like which creatives are resonating with the audience. And then once you see which ones are resonating with the audience, and create variations of those with higher budget. But initially, you just want to just want to validate, like, but you also have to like spend sufficient amount of money. Like you can't just spend $10 per day and just expect that you will like learn a lot like from that data. So okay, you're one guy who actually got me results back in 2021. Woo, let's fucking go, Bureau. Great stuff. Let's fucking go. Yeah, I'm one of the dinosaurs in this space. You know, there's a lot of people, they come and go because they just jump from one opportunity to another. E-commerce has been my game for a long time, and would love to share off my experience with people that are just starting out, or people that are already have some momentum in business, want to take it to the next level. Mohammed Dirov. I'm beginner to dropshipping. Can I start my local, my country, South Africa, or international? Start local. Start local. Absolutely. Because, I mean, it's easier to start. It's less competition. You can get some momentum there, and then you can expand internationally. And you also understand the language, you understand the mentality. South Africa is pretty good market, actually. In terms of like e-commerce, it's not like massive market. You won't be doing like some crazy numbers there, but you can definitely get some initial momentum, get your business to like 50, 100K a month in South Africa, no problem. Okay, Batuhan. I'm doing dropshipping for 6 months, and I see branded dropshipping is capital intensive. Shouldn't you start to just focus on classic dropshipping? Yeah, initially just start with classic. Once you accumulate some capital, then you can reinvest that into building more branded experience for your customers. But yeah, everything's predicated on capital like restrictions. If you don't have a lot of capital, then obviously you don't have even the capacity to like buy inventory or kind of like do some higher level stuff. So in that case, just keep stacking cash with a classic dropshipping model until you get that initial momentum. Bureau is giving advice to, I think, one of the questions I was answering. Learn pattern interruption, start applying that into your creatives. That's a great piece of advice. That is a great piece of advice. Hey, Alex, long time. How do you handle return requests for clients outside of the US? The way we do it is I think we're just refunding customers outside of the US. We don't have like any kind of like return facilities. We only have that in the United States. And actually, I think we're offering them 50% discount, and they can keep the product if they want to. And then if they don't want to, like, we're just telling them to keep the product, and we're sending them the full refund. I'm having trouble with ad metrics right now. What to look for? What metrics are considered bad when testing? What metrics are considered bad when testing? I would say, like, if you have, depending on the niche, if you have higher than like $2 cost per click, those are not good metrics. Very hard to scale with those. If you have higher than 100% CPM, those are not good metrics. You have to reevaluate your ads, your whole strategy. I have to make your ads softer. And if you have like a click-through rate of like less than 1%, those are horrible metrics. You just want to tweak your ads and improve that. Biro said, okay, Biro has some feedback. I mean, alternatively, you can do like just ask them if you have like your return facility in the United States. You can tell them, hey, if you want to return it, you have to return it to our US warehouse. And most people will be just like, I don't want to return it. I don't want to like spend money on returning it. So I would rather get just like 50% off, 50% discount, and keep the product. Up until when it is realistic to do dropshipping as a side hustle until transitioning to full time? I always recommend to people to you like have it as a side hustle until it makes more money than your main like job or your main gig. Like let's say you're making like $10,000 a month with your job, and you got your e-commerce business to the point where it consistently makes like at least 3 months in a row like over $10,000 a month in profit, then you can consider quitting your job and go all in on e-commerce. Ideally, like you'd have some savings, right? Extra savings, so that it's not like you're stressing out because like, oh, what if you have some like low performance months and you're like, freaking out. So accumulate as much profit as possible. Buy back your time by hiring some help. So let's say you're making $10,000 a month with your dropshipping business, but you're doing everything by yourself. You're editing your ads, you're managing your ads, like you're just answering your customer support tickets. In that case, you can hire some virtual assistant to help you with, let's say, video editing, or help you with answering emails, so that you buy back some of your time and you can push that business where it makes, 10, like 20, $30,000 a month, right? So you make a lot more profit, you're accumulating cash, and you just moving to your goal much faster. So once you start making money with a business, the best thing that you can do is just buy back your time. Like you just hire help. Don't try to do everything by yourself. And also learn the skill of hiring other people, because that's the biggest leverage in business. Other people's time, energy, effort, that will help you to scale. What are the key characteristics of a winning dropshipping product? The key characteristics are, number one, it has to have good margin. For me, it's at least 3x. So if I'm buying the product, let's say I have some product here. So I have some product here. Let's say I'm buying this product, I don't know, whatever that is, like $10. It cost me with shipping. I want to be selling the product for at least like $30. So I have at least 3x margin. That's number one. Number two, it has to be light and easy to ship. Like if I wanted to ship like, I don't know, a huge book. I have a book here. If I wanted to ship this like huge book and it's heavy, right? It's a great book, by the way, Ayn Rand, Atlas Shrugged. It's a great book here. And if I want to ship this book, it will be pretty expensive to do it. And I want light products that are easy to ship. I want products that have great margins. And I want products that have that are solving a real problem. Not something that's nice to have, but something like must have, something that really solves like a painful issue in people's lives. Those are the products I want to sell. So see some other questions here. Mindshift Terminal. I'm good at sales. Are you looking for appointment closer for your coaching program? How can I reach out to you for interview? Just DM me on Instagram. We'll see if we have any positions open on that side of the business. This ain't ever a side hustle. It's only when you're starting, kind of, but then it becomes more an unpaid job if you don't know what you're doing. Beautiful. That's a great feedback here. Initially it might start on the side, but then over time, you just really want to make sure that you're focusing on the right things to make your business as profitable as possible. A lot of people just, trying to run the business for like many years, and they're just like focusing on their own things, which means, all the work that they're doing, they're basically not getting rewarded for it. And so you want to make sure that you're getting guided by someone to help you get that traction in the business. Okay, broad CBO or ABO interest targeting. Both. Test out both. See which one works for you. Double down on that. Video ads have worked much better for me than picture ads. Yes, for us as well, for our product specifically. But there are businesses that are very successful with image ads. So I think it is product dependent, depending on what kind of products you sell. If you're selling jewelry, if you're selling some products that are very easy to understand, like clothing as well, then you can get very far with just image ads. But if you're selling gadgets, if you're selling something that people really need to understand, then you absolutely need to use videos. Should I offer email and SMS or Google Ads or advertorials for e-com businesses as agency owner? I mean, depends what you're good at, right? Like, I mean, where you can get people the best results possible. Like, what are your natural like talents? Like, are you the best in the world, or like aiming to be top, best in the world, like with creatives? Then do creatives. If you want to be the best in Google Ads and you're actually good at it, then offer that. So you'll be rewarded proportionally to the amount of value that you deliver to your clients. So if you work with clients and you're not getting them good results, and you're kind of like doing every job with like 4 different services, it's better just to focus on one service, but do it exceptionally well so that you get compensated accordingly. You also work with better businesses, you build track record, and you're known as the guy or a lady who is very good at that particular skill set. Instead of just being like average or mediocre at 4 different things. So vfanta01, I'm kind of fed up of keep chasing winning products that can constantly stop working at some time. I think the solution is consumable. What do you think? I think it is a great idea. You have to like sell products that people will come back and buy from you again. I would recommend for I would 100% consumable products. If you wanna exchange some ideas, shoot me a DM on Instagram. Would love to give you some feedback. My Instagram is alexfedotov3f at the end. Would love to share some ideas with you and get you some feedback on it. All right, Biro is recommending go into Google Ads. It gets you much better results, and stop doing Facebook ads and moved into Google Ads for this past year. Yeah, Google Ads. If you do them well, if you really know what you're doing, they can get you amazing results. It's also more consistent than Facebook, but there's a learning curve at the beginning. All right, so what's the average CPM? What's average CPM where? Like, if you're talking about Facebook, it depends on the niche. Like if you're in beauty niche, you'll probably be seeing between $40 and $70 CPMs. If you're selling like apparel, probably you'll be seeing like $15, $20 CPMs. So it depends on the niche where you're selling your products. If you're a more aggressive niche with a lot more competition, then your CPMs will be higher. Google Ads are much better because in my experience of 8 years as of now, not much are doing Google Ads compared to Facebook. You just need to understand customer intention and website retention to reduce bounce rates. Customers that go to your website. That is a great piece of advice. DeFalco didn't even start yet, just found Mark and Alex and I'm planning to start as soon as I can, given the time I have a ton to learn. Yeah, initially it's like you're drinking from the water hose, right? Like you're just like, oh, there's so much information, it is overwhelming. But then as you're getting into the game, and especially if you're giving feedback from someone, like if you have a mentor, if you have a coach, if you have someone who guides you through the process, it's a lot easier to connect the dots and just start, learning and connecting the different things that are happening. So you'll start to understand your ads and your metrics and your, and the product selections. All of those things will become a lot clearer if you actually have someone who guides you. Otherwise, if you're just like learning in a vacuum, you might be accumulating a lot of information, but you don't know how to actually put it to practical use, and that will not be super helpful. So I would love to, DeFalco would love to help you with any resources I have at my disposal, just point you out in the right direction. Okay, how can I learn something but I want to learn, but I don't have, but you need to understand our work and help the community? Okay, yeah. I don't know. You please elaborate what you mean by this. Another one. Biro, before I did organic on Instagram, I've never seen results until 5 months. Then had a viral ad and ran paid ads, which saved me costs and made my ads more effective as I built organic trust first. Like if you have time to do organic 100%, if you want to move faster, I would recommend to do paid. But yeah, if you're willing to commit to something like organic marketing, I mean, maybe you don't have a lot of capital. If you don't have a lot of capital, do organic for sure. TikTok is the best platform for that. Instagram is also not bad at all. So I would recommend organic for people that just want to have that, obviously more profitable, but it also takes a lot more time. Momaro, when would advertorial be used? If a creative is viewed by potential customer, you would likely already sold, reveal the product to them. What kind of creative would lead to the use of advertorial? I mean, in our business, we're using VSLs, but then we're using advertorials as well. That just makes our conversion rates higher. We try driving traffic straight to the product page, but it simply doesn't convert as well. So, there's always stories you can tell on advertorials. There's always extra arguments you can make about your product, about advertorial, and also take into consideration that not everyone is watching your full ad. So if you have an ad that's 2-3 minutes, only a small fraction of people will actually watch the whole ad. So some of the things that you mentioned in your ad, you actually have to repeat on advertorial as well. This will just make your overall conversion rate a lot higher. Biro, that's a great. Biro just dropping bombs here. Biggest difference that separates experienced people on e-commerce versus beginners, that experienced people find gaps in the market and capitalize on it when running the ads. I love it. Yeah, it will come down to finding the right angle. Sometimes you can find an angle your competition is not using, and you can just explore and exploit that angle before them. Or you can find some new products. If you're working with the right supplier, I mean, you can find some products that no one else is selling. Like we're working with our suppliers in China and the United States, and they're recommending, okay, this product category is blowing up. Like these are the products you should be selling. Like this category, increase in sales 7x in the last 3 months. Okay, so these are some of the products you might consider testing, because suppliers have insider information. They know exactly what's selling, what doesn't, and they can share that information with you as long as you're working with the right supplier. That is the key. You need to work with the right supplier in order to have that data, that intelligence. Top books you recommend in general. Top books I recommend in general. I have lots of books here. Let me see what I got. I have a big bookshelf here. All right, so I have. Okay, yeah. I mean, the ones that I have here. Oh, this one is very good. It's called Napoleon Hill, Outwitting the Devil. Very good book here. I highly recommend it. It's about kind of it's kind of like a weird format. It's like the author has conversation with the devil, and devil explains kind of like how he gets people to give up on their dreams. Like people that have dreams, people that have dreams of better life, right? Their life looks like in a particular way, and then at some point they just decide to give up on those dreams and just settle and just work in a job that they don't like, or have a relationship that they don't like, or have friends that they don't like, but they still kind of tolerating and staying in that space, and all of that is pretty much predicated on fear. Like people are fear, like, oh, what if I do the change? Oh, what if I stop the relationship with this person? Oh, what if I start a business and it doesn't work out? What will happen? And then like, they get older and nothing happens. And when they're like dying, they're like, fuck, I should have went for my dreams. I should have tried it. I should have given like more shots. Like I should have just pursued my dreams. So another book that I can recommend. I mean, I have a lot here. I mean, on the business side, I mean, this book is great. Yeah, I have so many here. This one here, it's called Who. It's a great book. It's about hiring the right people. Who is about hiring the right people for your team, and also the whole like hiring process, from start to finish, how to filter out like bad people to join your team, how to qualify them. It's an amazing book. I highly recommend if you have a team or if you're planning to hire some people for your team. I have another one here. I mean, this one is great. If you're like, most likely if you're already like in business, like how to make $few billion actually, billion, not million, how to make $few billion from the guy who started several successful billion-dollar businesses. Like literally, there's only a few people that have ever done it. Not just $1 billion company, but several billion-dollar companies. It's Brad Jacobs. So these are some of the books here that I would recommend. And I have a lot more. I have some more. Yeah, just like a lot of books here. Like, yeah, just a lot of books. I have Alex Hormozi books. Those are great foundational books as well. A lot of great insights. So, yeah, these are the books that I would recommend. I don't think there's like the particular like books, because different books will land differently for different people. Overall, like my favorite book is called How to Get Rich by Felix Dennis, because it's not just about business, it's about life. It's about your belief systems that that make you poor. It's about the belief systems that make you rich, and also the price of getting rich. Because it comes at a cost, right? If you want to get rich, you'll have to spend a lot of time building your business, building your wealth, and that time will be taken from other things in your life, right? So there's sacrifices that you have to make if you want to make it happen, but it's definitely worth it, because if you want to take care of your family, if you want to have freedom in your life, like, the only way that you can do it is if you make money. And to make money, you have to take risks, and you have to take that path that's less traveled. Like most people just start a business and they just like give up very fast. Like they test first product, they launch their first ad, they do their first kind of like decision, and it doesn't work out right away, and they just give up. Whereas successful people, they are just continuing to pursue and build and learn from their mistakes. And that's what differentiates successful people from people that are not. Aaron Tierley, can you become a millionaire from a complete beginner in 1 year with dropshipping? Well, like, whether it's possible, 100%. Whether most people will actually do what they have to do in order to make it happen, no. There's only selected few that will do the necessary things. Like yesterday, I had in my office in Miami our client Bukunmi. Bukunmi now also joined our team in Brand Builders Academy. He's an amazing coach. His business does $800,000. Like last month, he did $800,000 per month in sales. 800,000. And the way he did it was just sticking to it. He had issues initially, right? Like he started getting some initial momentum with the business, and then he started having challenges, and then he started having obstacles. That was about 1.5 years ago. I actually did an interview with him on my YouTube channel. His name is Bukunmi, and then he just stuck to it. Just fucking stuck to it, kept building, and now last month he did $800,000 per month in sales from a complete beginner, like in less than 2 years. Like, so if you're saying like millionaire in 1 year, he's making almost like $1 million in 1 month. not in 1 year. Like, no, it's not everyone will do it. Not everyone will put in the work that's necessary, because it takes sacrifice and it takes risks, and it takes some work. Most people will just like, oh, it doesn't work out, I'm giving up. So it's not for everyone. It's only for people that are truly willing to change their life, make that commitment, draw that line in the sand, and just make shit happen. And if something doesn't work right away, they just continue. Okay, fuck it. Let's learn from this experience. Let's make it better. So, Aaron, let me know if that answers your question. Biru said it's very unlikely. Yeah, it's very unlikely for most people. It is very, very, very unlikely for most people, but for selected few, for that like 5% of people, it is definitely possible, because they have the initial qualities, which is, hard work, perseverance. They just keep learning and improving, even if something doesn't work out right away. It's something that I've seen over and over and over again. I'm looking for a supplement supplier, Habibi. I'm looking for a supplement supplier. Can you help me? Yes, I can help you. I can help you if you DM me on Instagram. And if you DM me on Instagram at Alex Feratov 3F at the end, I'll send you my supplier specifically for supplements. All right, so let me do a few more here. Some great questions. What are your thoughts on Zarak? Zarak is great. I mean, the things I've heard about him and the work that he does are phenomenal. He'll actually be speaking at our event in Dubai. From my experience, one of the few good agencies that actually service providers that actually do amazing work. So I would vouch for him based on the information that I have from people that directly work with him for a long time. Biro, it's crazy, Alex, how much I learned just watching your videos. Your ideas are realistic, and you're the only guy I watched in 8 years of doing this. Oh, thank you, my man. Thank you so much. I think my idea is very conservative, but they're evergreen. That's what's working for a long period of time. That's why I'm doing this. All right, so what are your thoughts on Stefan Georgia? Stefan Georgia, I mean, he has some great materials. If you can get his copywriting course, it's called, I think, RMBC Method. I actually have it as well. It's great foundational course. Okay. Okay, yeah, I see some drama here on comments. So, okay, some drama. Some people fighting here in the chat. Guys, don't fight in the chat. I mean, it's not worth your time. Focus on what you can learn from each other. And Biro, thank you so much, my man. Yeah, if you can come to Dubai, it would be awesome to meet you. We have an event in like 1 week or 1.5, and will be awesome to connect. All right, so here I have a question from Super Cool. I have one product in UK market to make around 70K a month between my own store and also between my Amazon store through subscriptions. The business is around 2 years old. Should I sell it? That is a great question, right? That is a great question. Now, if you see clearly the path for you to sell, to scale this business, get it to like $300,000, $500,000 per month, 1 million per month. If you see that clearly and how you would do it and what you have to do in order to make it happen, then you shouldn't sell it. But if you are like, maybe you don't like the business, or you burned out, or you are not excited to run that business, or you didn't see the ways to scale that business, then sell it. And you should be able to sell it for a good amount, like depending on your profitability. Let's say if your profitability is like, let's say you make like 200,000 per year in profit, you should be able to sell that business for like $500,000, 600,000, which is a decent amount. It's not like life changing completely, but it will give you some extra freedom. It will give you some extra, better sleep at night. Actually, one of our clients, his name is Dennis. He scaled the business. He's from Ukraine, and he scaled the business, and now he got offered like $700,000 for his business, and he's like, nah, I don't want like $700,000. Like, no, I'll just keep growing it, keep building it, keep scaling it, and I want to sell it for much more. So depends on your ambition, depends on your goals. Like if your goal is to just, maybe you want to do something else, maybe you want to launch another product and you'll need some cash for that, then you should be, then you probably should consider selling it. By the way, if you want an introduction to some good brokers that can help you to exit your business, please DM me on Instagram, Alex Faratov 3F at the end, and I'll send you some good contacts that can help you to sell your business. But if you see the path for you to scale it, then just keep building it and keep scaling it. So, guys, I have to wrap up. Today is crazy. I have many things to do, and I have to run my business. I would chat with you all day because the questions are phenomenal. You guys are awesome, and but I have to run, and I would love to connect with you on Instagram. This is my Instagram on screen. If we're not connected on Instagram, please hit me up. Don't be shy. Shy people don't get rich. And hit me up on Instagram if you need any resources, whether it's Facebook, funnels, advertorials, scaling, team building, anything you need help with in your business right now, maybe profitability, anything. I would love to help you out, and would love to help you with anything I can. That's it. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Questions are phenomenal. You guys are awesome, and I would love to see you next time when we have these calls. I think Thursday I'll have an interview Thursday 11 a.m. Eastern. I'll interview one of our clients, actually Bukunmi, who went from like basically beginner to not doing over $800,000 per month with his business in like 1.5 years. Like, yeah, like it is possible. It is doable. You have to put in the work. You have to learn. You have to get some hits along the way. It won't happen overnight. But if you're continuing to learn and develop and grow and evolve, then everything is possible. So looking forward to seeing you there, guys. And thank you so much for joining me today with phenomenal questions. You guys are awesome. And I would love to see you next time. Bye-bye, everyone. Have a beautiful day and keep